Welcome everyone back to Ark Survival Evolved. So today guys, I'm going to show you a little base tour in the Carno cave here on the island. It's a little base I put together. I think it's actually pretty nice, but we'll see what you guys think down below in the comment section. And I also want to explain why I haven't uploaded in almost a week. There's just been a lot of IRL stuff going on right now. Very important stuff I've been dealing with. Basically why I haven't had content to post, because I haven't been able to be on too much. But we're back today. And I'm really excited to show you guys this cave. So the first thing we have is the teleporter that goes from inside the cave out here. So if someone wants to attack you from over there where a really interesting turret tower is, you can obviously teleport outside of the cave with a dino to help defend your tower. So that's all that is, nothing too special. In here I have a force field, as you guys can see, and then the tech generator. And I thought that was like the best location for it because it's really close still to your entrance. And everything you guys are about to see are all within the 100 turret limit as well. And we come right down this little ramp right here, and then as you guys can see, this is my little turret tower design I came up with for the entrance. Should stop people from griefing you. A turret raft, or any type of raft, is obviously not going to be able to reach that area right there. And I thought the design was pretty interesting looking. I don't think I've seen this yet, but let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think. I'm not the best builder, but I do have fun doing stuff like this, and I enjoy being able to share it with you guys. All it is I have just the one foundation. It's a tech foundation, obviously the generator inside. It's all tech going all the way up, and then up here we have the little ceilings outwards to try to get the extra snap point for the hatch frames. And then we have just for the top for people trying to fly over at the Quetzal or something. I put one tech turret right at the top. I don't know if that would work well like that, but I thought maybe it would. And now obviously in the front what we have here are metal railings, and then in the front are tech railings. I was trying to make it so it would be really hard to like try to flak run this or something like that. Because the last thing I would want is someone to knock down the tower, obviously. So I put everything on tech pillars as well, as you guys can see. But that is basically the tower design. That one pillar I have right there going all the way down to the ground, that's just for the extra snap point, so I could get my my hash frames for these turrets here, which are mainly tech. But let's head inside the cave now. So that's like the outside defense to stop people from actually trying to grief the cave just on foot or something like that. I don't have much going on inside the actual entrance of the cave, as you guys can see. It's kind of like this foundation span that you would normally see. Which supposedly with the update, that might not even work anymore, but we're just gonna go with it because it's still a thing right now. Now, you used to be able to place foundations and stuff in this water. You can't anymore. You can't place anything to an extent. As you guys can see, I do have a squid in here. You could fit another squid very easily. And I know recently there's been some update to the TOS about boxed dinos. Like if you put a bunch of dinos in a box or something, that's not allowed. I don't know if this is allowed or not still. I don't know if you're actually allowed to block entrances with dinos. It could be. If you can't, then I guess just don't use this. But as you guys can see, I have a transmitter right here. I know it's very bright. You'll see why in a second. And it's just pillars with a few foundations, or not foundations, but ceilings going out with a transmitter to get the squid in there. And I'm almost positive you could fit a second one in here for the mate boost. But if this is no longer allowed, just disregard that. I just want to show you that you still can do it. Now, it's bright because of the lights. I have a ton of lights facing the water. As you can see, there's a bunch of them right there, actually. Let me turn my gamma down. Okay, so we're on gamma 1 right now. It's kind of hard to see, but I have a bunch of tech lights right there, just like the normal lights themselves pointing to the water. And the reason for doing this, I'm a very firm believer in that this is actually a thing. I think it's super annoying when you're trying to, like, raid a cave or something like this, and there's a bunch of lights facing you, because it really hurts your eyes after a while. That's why I did that. And then obviously we have our tech wall with tech turrets and a few heavies and stuff like that. It's like the main defense for the cave. I don't even know if someone could get past the squid. It'd take a lot of arrows to get past the squid, because like I said, you can't get anything in there anymore. You can't place actual foundations and stuff in the actual water or anything like that like you used to be able to. So I don't know how people would raid that. It'd be pretty hard to do. But let's go on inside. I'll show you guys the rest of the cave here. Obviously this whole front area is mainly tech structures. These vaults I thought would be a good idea to use for like emergency vaults. So if you're getting attacked, you could have like extra bullets in there or something for turrets or something like that. They have the top right here where you can shoot down or throw gas grenades or whatever. I thought that was a pretty good idea because it'd be really easy to like crouch like this, look over, pop your head up, pop back down. You guys get the idea. We have this back wall to stop you from falling off the cliff to your death. If you come over here, just more vaults for emergency stuff, whatever you'd want it to be. Emergency bed spawns. And now we come into the actual main area. This is like the actual main base itself. And I was pretty surprised with how it turned out, because honestly, I personally feel like it turned out actually really well. But again, not the best builder, but I enjoy doing this stuff. So obviously we have a few towers, obviously facing the main entrance. We have a transmitter, which I'm just going to turn off for now. We'll turn that off. We have a force field, a replicator, obviously. There's our tech generator in this little box right here. And then we have all our crafting stations, pretty common things. I'll show you guys below the structure in a second how I actually built this thing. This thing is set on like the defense mode. If you guys don't know that you can put these on a defense mode, like they'll shoot their little acid at people. But I thought they actually like stood up when they were in their turret mode, but apparently not. I have a bunch of random vultures following it. If we come back here though, this is where things get interesting. So this entire base that you guys are looking at, entirely built on cliff platforms. I have a bunch of theories back here, and my thought was that if you guys were if this base was getting attacked and someone actually got past the squid, was getting through the defenses up there, you could just grab a theory and run that theory right up this hill. Because nothing's more annoying than dealing with a high melee theory or high HP theory. That would be super hard to deal with. So that was my idea with the little group of theories right here. And I have 9 of them right here. I feel like that's more than enough to help defend your cave right off the start. And that's even if they get past the squid, which that'd be pretty hard to do. If you come down this ramp, this is where a bunch of storage is for fridges and stuff. I do have a cooker down here. I have a lot of irrigation stuff as well, but you guys will see in a little bit here. I have a ton of it in one spot, and I'll explain why. But there's just like a bunch of vaults down here. I thought it'd be good for like personal storage or just like whatever you need to store in here, like just raw materials. And again, this is also on a aberration cliff platform, which once I'm done showing you guys everything throughout the cave, what I did, I will actually go back through like in fly mode and stuff and actually show you guys, because you guys can kind of see underneath the base right now. You can see all the platforms and stuff. And we do have some hanging towers as well, as you can see, just in case if someone was to get past that wall right there. My initial thought is they're going to try to jump off the cliff and get underneath the base. Well, that's going to be hard to do with all these heavies shooting at you. And there's quite a few over here. And I even have some over here as well against this little wall, as you guys can see. There's a few right there. We have some right there. Now, if we keep coming down, you could do a lot more with this than what I guess I really did. But just for what I was trying to do, I wasn't trying to spend a ton of time on this one thing. Oh, don't die. But I have a few floors just for dino storage. So, and I put a few dinos here just to show you an example of like the size and stuff. I didn't build the walls up all the way, so these dinos can't walk over these walls right now. I have a few Paracers, we have some Gigas, some T-Rexes back here, there's a UD back here. You can fit pretty much anything here. This is only the first floor, and imagine if you built up like one more level or something. Obviously we have teleporters, we have troughs, air conditioners to try to keep you cool. Another transmitter in case you need to transfer something out. Come back over here, we'll work our way back down even more. And then because below that, that's like the main dino storage area. And then below that we have what I like to consider like the breeding area. Or like the hatchery, I should call it, the hatchery. This is where you'd be hatching your dinos and stuff like that. There's a ton of tech troughs down here. Oh, why is that in here? I'm not sure why that thing spawned. That shouldn't be there. Oh well. We got our water, obviously. Tech generator, we have all our troughs. If we come back here, this is where I thought it'd be a great area to hatch little baby dinos. You can hatch a ton of them back here at the air conditioners. You got all the fridges for storage. And again, I left a lot of room between this floor and the next floor. People could do it differently. You might add more floors in between, stuff like that. But it makes it very spacious, that is for sure. Now, the bottom part is something I personally wouldn't use. This is just like the actual main like foundations of like the entire dino storage area. That's all that's down here, besides the artifact, obviously. That turret I have down here is actually just to kill wild spawns because they keep spawning. I don't know why. We have a transmitter, which you might not use down here, but I don't really know what you could put down here, to be honest, because it's a long ways from the top if you need to like put vaults and stuff, which I guess you could put vaults down here. But this mainly was just for me to get the foundation down for the actual storage for the dinos and for the hatchery and stuff like that. The main base is not connected to this whatsoever. Like I said, it's all on aberration platforms. But that is basically the like little quick rundown of my little Carno base tour I came up with. So let me go back to the top now, guys, and I will go back through and kind of explain how I did certain things that I personally think people have questions on. And if I do miss anything, let me know down below in the comment section. Alright, so here we are back at the top. I guess the first thing I'll explain is the lighting, because this cave normally is not this lit. I just place random little tech lights around the cave and turn them on. It really brightens up the cave and makes it so much easier to look around. So when I first started actually trying to come up with a design for this cave, because I've seen a lot, but a lot of the designs that I see for this cave are just dino storage for mega tribes. But I thought a smaller group might be able to do something with this for an actual base itself. And my first thing was definitely this. I definitely wanted to make sure that I could keep the main entrance as much protected as I possibly could and leave a choke point. If squids are allowed where you can block entrances with caves, because someone told me you couldn't anymore. I don't know if that's true, but if you can, like I said, this little design works perfectly for this. It literally, all it is it's a pillar right at the edge as far as out as it can go, and then it's just a few ceilings out with more pillars. There's no actual connection to the actual base of that though. You can't connect it. But I'm pretty sure you can fit one more squid in here to get the mate boost and, you know, have fun killing those. So that would be super annoying to do. Now, when I was building the actual entrance, at first I put my wall like right here somewhere like that, which was an awful idea. Probably one of the worst. Because immediately I was like, wait a minute. If someone was to get through this, they'd pop out that water like a little rocket and just rocket all these turrets. So I decided to push the wall back a little bit. I made the little turn right there to get past these turrets. I made this little turn right here by myself. As you can see, they're actually not connected. It just happened to work out perfectly where I was able to get them to like overlap just enough to where it worked. The other thing I probably would do though is I probably should have added like bear traps or something like that just in front here, just to try to stop people from being able to run right up here and hit these turrets. And I did decide to build it all out of tech. Originally I was going to do it out of metal, but remember this is times 6 damage. I believe tech foundations take like 6 or 7 C4 to fully blow up. I believe. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I know it's more than just like the 1 C4 for metal structures. But if they get through that, the hardest thing they're going to have is for sure, I personally think, just getting past these hanging turrets. Like, I don't know how you get past these. It'd be super hard. You'd have to tank them while trying to fend off the people defending their base. And I know it's very open stuff. Some people might not like the open concept. I personally do, especially with the vaults kind of sunk down underneath the base a little bit where you can't see them from the entrance. But these vultures would go up there and attack, which a lot of people think vultures are useless, but I love them. I originally was thinking about making these structures for like these little openings out of wood or stone, but I realized it doesn't really matter. You can blow them up with 1 C4 anyway. But like if someone was to get through that up there, I don't know if I would destroy these or not. I might destroy them to make it harder for them to try to flak run everything, but maybe not. And the main base, obviously, we have the crafting area behind the turrets. It's like it's just a standard crafting area. I don't think there's really much to show about that. I don't think it's people are really going to be interested in. The turret towers are on all tech, even the foundation is tech underneath, which is obviously on the platform right there. And I did the same thing which I did outside too. I put a tech turret on the top. I wanted to give as much range as I possibly could. Because I was actually testing it earlier, and these turrets, these ones down here, like these two right here, these will 100% shoot all the way up to that wall up there. I was testing it earlier with wild animals now. Now, I think that people are going to be most interested in is the actual platforms themselves to see how I did this. So I might have to turn up my gamma a little bit. It's a little bright, but this way you actually can see everything. So you can see here's all the platforms I have. I think I have 4 or 5 in total. Oh, it's 5. I have 5 in total. Or 6. I have 6 in total. That's what it is. Because this one's just used for a little stationary thing for the teleporter. But the main base actually sits on these right here. They do overlap slightly, not a ton. As you can see, there's some gap right here. And just because of the foundations, you could snap ceilings across to make it extremely flat. These water reservoirs, now why I have these here, I personally think that the biggest issue with living in a cave, if you don't have water in the cave, is water. You use it for everything. You get thirsty extremely fast when you're running around in caves and stuff. So I wanted to make sure I had as much reservoirs as possible just in case that they got through and broke your pipe that comes from the entrance. So we have some there, and you guys saw the ones that we have in the actual vault room itself. And like I said, these turret towers are just here just to try to keep people from actually jumping off the cliff and getting past the top part of it. If they jump down here with the dino, they obviously jump off the dino, they'll all about the dino take a lot of damage. In doing so, they would get shot by all these. Every single one of these turrets would shoot anything jumping off that cliff up there. The gamma is turning back down. Let's go over to the vault area, because I think some people are going to be curious in how that was done as well. Let me go down a little bit. I'll show you exactly where the platform is, so you guys can kind of get a good look, see where that platform is. And these foundations are connected to these ones up here as well, so this is all synced into one. If you're curious how I did that, all you had to do is like take like a ceiling out from here, drag it over the platform, drop a pillar all the way down, and it's connected. Then you just place foundations, like the pillar, like the ceilings. Place your foundations, and then you have a completely synced base when it comes to the sense of foundations and pillar placement. The fridges are obviously like tribe use stuff for consumables and food and stuff like that. We have more water reservoirs. I decided to put the cooker there because I didn't think it was in the way that much. Because you're not going to be running dinos through this area. It's just all going to be foot traffic from people. So I thought that'd be a good place, which is so close to the fridges. And then we obviously have the Theres, which I showed you guys, which you guys might use a different dino, but I thought Theres would be a great location right there for those guys. Just some extra vaults for whatever you need for your storage. You have your replicator. This right here, this box, all that is just hiding a pillar. Because underneath us, underneath that box right there, there's another hanging chandelier, a little small one. And then obviously we have our teleporter right here, which takes you down to either outside, where the TP is outside, or it takes you down to the storage bay or the hatchery. And this is the same thing. I did put a ramp here. I'm not really sure what you could put here, but you know, you might as well use the space if you have it. Someone would put something here for sure. They'd figure it out. But overall, I was actually really happy with how this base turned out. Like, I really think I did a pretty good job at this, especially for not being a really good builder in this game. But let me know down below in the comment section what you guys would do differently or change, or if you like it or if you don't. I'm really curious to know what you guys are thinking. So if we come over here, our path leads from right here downwards, so we'll kind of follow the path a little bit. And you can see it kind of loops around. Now all you see here, this is just from the ground up. So actually we're going to go all the way to the bottom, because I think people are going to have the most questions actually about how to start this actual structure, I guess you want to call it. I did have to restart it a few times. It was not that easy. So I want to make sure you guys get the best picture you can at the actual base of this. If you guys are going to just use this for dino storage or use it as your main base, obviously there's room in here to keep dinos in here. I started with this foundation right here, so I'm going to get as close as I can so you guys can kind of see. It's literally hugging that rock. This was my starting foundation, and then I just worked my way out with foundations as far as I could, going all the way through up to where the artifact is. Now if you guys didn't know this, you see these pillars here? You can delete these, but I was just too lazy, I didn't. Normally you can't place a ceiling here, but if you place a pillar down first and then place a ceiling in the pillar, the ceiling will place, and you can actually delete the pillar and the ceiling will stay. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. There's no mods used in this build whatsoever either. I should mention that at the beginning, but there's no mods. This is all just vanilla structures that you can use on officials. And then again, we have a bunch of random pillars and stuff to help keep the actual structure going. And then you just have your artifact. So that is really like the main base area. I decided to put the Gigas and Rexes and stuff up here in the front, because if someone was to jump down, high chance they're going to land there with those guys. Those guys would just munch them up and they'd be dead. Really the outlook and how I did everything with the actual main base, I'm really curious to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. There'll be more official stuff coming out now. Basically, if you guys want to know what happened with my stuff in real life, the past week and a half, my father actually suffered a heart attack, and I kind of took a break after that happened. And then within a week, he actually got shot by a bullet, a stray bullet, while in town. So he's had a really bad week, and I've kind of stepped back a little bit from YouTube and Ark and everything, and just been spending more time with my family. That's basically what's been going on. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think, and I will see all of you guys in the next video.